Hello everyone, welcome to my Emmerdale channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. 4 Emmerdale spoilers for Monday 15. Dylan wakes up and Kim dealt a devastating blow. Things aren't looking good for Dylan or Kim. Emmerdale sets the tone for a tense and emotionally loaded start to the week as Monday's episode brings long-awaited answers and fresh heartbreak in equal measure. I think this is one of those episodes where every storyline feels like it is balancing on a knife edge and the fallout could ripple for weeks to come. The biggest moment arrives at the hospital where Dylan finally wakes from his coma. Maren and Rona have barely left his side, driven by fear as much as hope. After Rona foolishly lets Celia know their intentions once Dylan regained consciousness, it is clear the clock has been ticking. This moment shows just how trapped they still are. Even with Dylan alive, they are not safe. As doctors bring Dylan round, Maren and Rona are frantic to make sure Ray and Celia do not reach him first. They know exactly what these people are capable of, and I think the terror in their vigilance speaks volumes. This is not relief yet, this is survival mode. April, however, sees things very differently. She is deeply unsettled by the idea of involving the police and pushes for Dylan to stay silent. Her fear is raw and understandable. She has been conditioned to believe that telling the truth only makes things worse. When D.S. Carter arrives to question Dylan, the tension becomes almost unbearable. Ray watches closely, convinced that his grip on the situation remains intact. For a brief moment, it seems as though things may go his way, but the question hangs in the air. What will Dylan say? And will this finally be the moment Ray loses control? Or will Maren's family be pushed into even greater danger? Elsewhere, Kim is still recovering in hospital following her brutal accident, unaware that Sam and Lydia were the catalyst behind it all. That ignorance makes what comes next even more painful. When Kim receives devastating news about Ice, she is completely blindsided. The loss hits her hard, and I think this moment cuts deep because Ice represented loyalty and constancy in Kim's increasingly fractured world. Joe tries to step in and makes a decision on Kim's behalf, but it only fuels her heartbreak and anger. She lashes out, and it is clear she feels stripped of control yet again. Absolutely devastated, Kim is left questioning whether she can ever truly forgive Joe for taking that choice away from her. Away from the darkness, Ruby provides a moment of lighter chaos, though even this comes with consequences. After getting very drunk at a vineyard, Ruby impulsively decides to buy some wine, only to realize she has imported far more than intended. It is classic Ruby behavior, bold, reckless, and oddly endearing. Misty sees an opportunity in the mess and floats the idea of turning Ruby's mistake into a business venture. I think this storyline could go either way. It could be a surprising success or yet another example of enthusiasm outrunning common sense. Meanwhile, Sarah and Jacob continue to play a dangerous game of misdirection. Everyone believes they are planning a Christmas Eve gender reveal party, but in reality, they are plotting a secret wedding. Desperate to avoid Charity and Carey taking over, they recruit Belle into their scheme. Belle agrees to help, pulling together the surprise with careful planning and quiet determination. It feels joyful and hopeful, but this is Emmerdale, and secrets have a habit of unraveling at the worst possible moment. As Christmas draws closer, the question remains whether this wedding can stay hidden or whether the truth will explode before vows are even exchanged. Monday's episode leaves the village suspended between hope and dread. Dylan's words, Kim's grief, and a handful of risky choices all threaten to change everything, and the sense of waiting is almost unbearable.